A Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Well, for the Clippers, prior to the game, Coach commented on their level of confidence in the locker room, and he feels that they are prepared with a very strong game plan at the various matchups. You just can't say enough great things about the way Doc Rivers has run this Clippers team. He seems to be the perfect match for this franchise and this roster, Shaq.
I played for Doc before I blew my leg out, but he came in as a coach just as they were transitioning from being a joke. Now, they're a major threat in the West.
Blew your leg out?
Yeah, Achilles injury, Ernie.
Well, I thought you were going to specify it was an Achilles. Blowing your leg out seems really bad.
Well, that's how the Ebonic system knows Achilles.
Well, my Ebonic said that he kept things sailing through the Clipper franchise ownership change. He's the guy who was the catalyst to make everyone calm down, be understanding, and he's doing a great job of managing the superstars that he has on his team. And they're working well together, Ernie.
Hey, you know what time it is, Jet?
Oh, what time?
Just about time for tip-off.
Game time!
We'll see you later.
Way to save you, Kenny.
Got an electric crowd here in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. It's the Chicago Bulls and the Los Angeles Clippers. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And what a matchup we have between the guards here tonight. Smitty, as a guard yourself, did you ever try to one-up your assignment over the course of a game?
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you start listening and saying, hey, they had this guy ranked at my position a little bit higher, so you went at him. But then the ultimate for me at my position back then was Michael Jordan. But I had to go through Joe Dumars, Sprewell, Mitch Richmond, that two-guard position.
So many good
Clyde
players.
Drexler, it was unbelievable. Allen Houston. Oh, the list can go on and on and on.
Every night.
Every night.
There was never a night off.
No way.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Rajon Rondo. Taj Gibson is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Rondo, following the miss by Griffin. Pulls up, high post, and it's Butler missing.
See, that's a good look from within his range. You know he's kicking himself for missing it.
And Ba'amute can't get it to go.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Paul outside. Griffin kicks to Redick. Griffin sets the screen for Redick. Back to Griffin. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
In the low post, Blake is getting comfortable. What he does is catches it, sizes you up, and goes right into your chest.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. It's tipped. Ba'amute with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Ball's running. And Redick kicks to Jordan. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Clippers moving the ball around.
They just can't seem to get everyone on the same page offensively. 1 of 5 to start.
Well, the first thing comes to mind when you think about the Los Angeles Clippers is offense. But they had a very good defense. They were fantastic on that end, and it was led by DeAndre Jordan and Chris Paul. He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
Here is Rondo. Lopez outside. He feeds it to Butler. Back to Lopez. Second chance shot. Rebound by the Clippers.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Redick kicks to Griffin. Out left to the wing. Jordan with the screen on Butler. Paul outside. Expanding his range. Rebound by Butler. Bulls trail by 4. To the paint. Floats one, and the layup good by Rondo.
Rondo is a pro in transition. He can flat out get it done.
Paul kicks to Griffin. The pass to Redick. Off the pick. Another one falls for the Clippers.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
You know, that job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
Now here's Butler. Back to Gibson. Misses the chippy right there.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Yeah, but he has to take that shot 10 out of 10 times. It was right there for him.
Here's Paul. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Jordan can't get it to go.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Redick against Wade.
And you look over the career of Dwayne Wade. He was initially a slasher, but he's improved his shot and pull-up jumper immensely, and even has become a threat from deep if you give him space.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
That free throw good from Wade.
Dwayne Wade at the stripe. How many times have we said that before? He lives there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Valentine comes in for Butler. And it's Jaren Grant in for Rajon Rondo. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Clippers in the lead. Crawford outside. Dishes to Spates. Feeds to Rivers. Passes it to Johnson. Top of the key, Pierce. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot, high post. Unable to get that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Thinking again about how Wade's skills have evolved over the years, his offensive game has grown immensely since his rookie season.
And it's why he will go down as one of the all-time greats. His work ethic and improving his game. Fantastic post-up player as a guard. Wade's ability to score in any fashion is what makes him one of the great closers in our game.
Here's Wade after Wesley Johnson's bucket. Wade kicks to Mirotic. And that one hits back iron. Clippers leading by 4. Johnson from outside. They get it again. Pierce. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
He also understands better than most how to use angles, and that was the reason why.
McDermott's checked in for Dwayne Wade.
You know, you figured that Dwayne Wade might be a player to finish his career playing for just one team, the Miami Heat, but in the end, things just ended bitterly. Wade had taken less money in the past so the Heat could win titles. I mean, he was done playing for a discount, and the Bulls, boy, did they step up.
Here's Crawford. After the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Spate sets a screen for Johnson. Crawford outside. The Clippers rebound. Rivers kicks to Johnson. Crawford outside. And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Stolen by Rivers. Now here's Crawford. Tight defense on him. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Mirotic with it. Lopez a screen. Gets it off. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
A little joke right at the buzzer.
And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring him to work at his craft.
You know, watching him kind of go through the process of he started to get, recruited by college coaches, and then he, really took his game and became serious about it. And I watched his work ethic, and I watched how he, put the time in, the things he did, and that's kind of where I developed mine.
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. It doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, they were in total lockdown mode there. Can they keep it up for their entire game? It remains to be seen.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Butler and McDermott are out on the perimeter. Mirotic and Gibson up front. And it's Grant in at the one. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself back in 2014. He turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer, and it paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. Instead of his decision, I was nervous, I'm not going to lie to you, but everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of.
He's come a long way, David. Thank you. Now, Jordan, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Baseline try. And it falls over the rim and in. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead. Well, fast break buckets are high percentage shots, but the game tends to grind down in the playoffs. You were just talking about this. What's the key to efficient half-court offense?
I think, Kevin, you get a chance to see some of these teams run their offense, but the ball just stays on one side. You got to get the defense moving around so they can have some confusion so you can get some easy looks.
Yeah, keeping that, moving the ball side to side, keeping that defense moving. Easier said sometimes than done. I mean, you've got to have unselfishness on that floor.
It's so many great players. Sometimes they look and say, I can make the play. but you got to just move that basketball to a better play.
Jordan kicks to Crawford. The dish now to Rivers. Chicago grabs the miss. McDermott for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got his third rebound tonight. Clippers moving the ball around. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. So for the Clippers, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Pierce. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Chris Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Chicago also making some changes. Tony Snell's checked in for McDermott. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Grant. Rondo kicks to Snell. They set the screen. Rondo against Paul. Snell, no good.
See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
And the Clippers miss again. Bulls trail by 6. Outside Rondo. Pass to Snell. Back to Rondo. Gibson the screen. Out left to the wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Wow, you know he's got to be beside himself. Terrible unforced error.
Spates checked in for Los Angeles. Redick comes in for Raymond Felton. Chicago also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Taj Gibson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Jimmy Butler. We all know the struggles that DeAndre Jordan has had at the free throw line. Smitty, he just can't seem to find a consistent stroke.
Well, it's hard because teams understand when you're shooting that type of percentage, the strategy is, yes, we're going to foul DeAndre Jordan. And it'll only get better if he can make free throws. Other than that, the coaching staff has to weigh the options. Should we keep him in? Should we take him out? But if he made his free throws, that would all go away.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lopez dishes to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline J on the way. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
You can throw everyone and everything at Wade, but sometimes it doesn't matter.
Here's Paul. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bulls trail by 4. Outside Rondo. There's the feed to Lopez. Back to Rondo. And it's Wade in the corner. Snell from outside. Griffin grabs the board for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Paul passes to Griffin. Paul kicks to Griffin. Here's the screen. Redick dishes to Spates. Paul for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Rondo against Paul. Paul with the steal. He dishes it to Griffin. Misses and the dry spell continues. Bulls trail by 4. Rondo on top, defended by Paul. Rondo passes to Wade. Here's Lopez. From down in the low post, it goes. Lopez has got his first basket.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Pass to Spates. Inside, deflects the pass. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Puts it up from 15. And Mirotic throws it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
That could be a game changer. That jam just sent shockwaves through the arena.
Wade outside. And it's Rondo in the corner.
Come to me, come to me.
1 second left. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
No panic at all when the shot clock is ticking down. Handled it just like any other shot.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's Chicago as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what made the difference over the course of the first half to get that momentum change in your favor?
Well, we finally buckled down and started getting some stops. We've done a poor job making them feel us. We've got to make it more comfortable out there on the floor.
Defensive activity leads to offensive results. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 2-point lead. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box out, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
We return to Los Angeles now with a look at the Staples Center from high above the arena. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You know, Mirotic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
This has been a breakthrough game for him, and we've only played one half of basketball so far.
Chicago leading. Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. The dunkers, Griffin and Jordan, are the bigs. And it's Mbah a Moute in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Now here's Gibson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Mbah a Moute against Butler. Shot's good from Mbah a Moute. And Mbah a Moute's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. Here's Chicago. And for DeAndre Jordan, the story with his fallout with the Mavs seemed to dominate all news around him for so long. Smitty, fortunately, the further away he gets from that debacle, more fans will let him kind of slide into history.
I love the way DeAndre benefit from just being locked in on the basketball court. Very productive this year. And you know, yes, everything that happened in the offseason, but it didn't carry on into the regular season. He had a fantastic year. That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit. giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. Here's Paul after the made shot from Dwayne Wade, and they take the lead. And the Clippers lead by 1.
DeAndre knows his role. He is going to use that big body to set screens for his teammates.
Outside Rondo. They set the screen. Kicks it to Valentine. 5 to shoot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Outside Jordan. He feeds it to Mbah a Moute. Here's Griffin. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Just how they drew it up coming out of the half. 3 straight from the field.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Paul Pierce is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Johnson comes in for Mbah a Moute. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Bulls. Grant comes in for Rajon Rondo.
Blake Griffin, the former Oklahoma Sooner, has done a nice job in this league. We understood his athleticism coming out of college, but he's added so much to his game.
Now here's Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up. And the return of Wade to his hometown Chicago Bulls, Greg. One of the major stories, certainly, in free agency.
Yeah, I mean, he had bigger offers on the table, but said the only real options for him were Miami or Chicago. And for a Bulls team that seemed on the verge of a rebuild, getting Wade has given them a fighting chance now in the East.
Smitty is an NBA veteran. What were some of the things you missed the least about playing on the road?
Just trying to fill time. You know, after shoot-around, you get finished around 12, and then sometimes the game is not until 7, so you don't have that much time. But those days off, everybody's at work, and you're just roaming around the city.
Yeah.
You got to really get close to your teammates, do some things like going to the movies, having dinner, and basically getting your rest.
Routine's a big deal, isn't it?
It is, and obviously the one good thing you can do is get into the weight room and work on your body on the off time and give your body some rest.
Now here's Johnson. And it's Pierce in the corner. Shoots. Chicago grabs the miss.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Grant kicks to Gibson. Back to Grant. The 3. The rebound by Pierce.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul.
That can happen when the energy gets turned up, the stakes gets raised, bad miscue.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Wade against Crawford. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
If you let Wade get the ball that deep, there really isn't anything you can do.
Johnson kicks to Pierce. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Rivers, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Rivers has got his first points of the game. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Gibson the screen. Wade kicks to Grant. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 17. The Bulls keep it alive. Wade can't hit. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And here's Rivers. Down low. Here's Crawford. Great D that time from Gibson.
Okay, that lay-in, he's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
Time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Jimmy Butler. Dave, what's the update?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with Chicago's head athletic trainer. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Now here's Rivers. After Dwayne Wade's miss, Rivers dishes to Griffin. 13 feet away. That shot off. Chicago trailing here.
Doc Rivers is one of the best in the business. His strength as a coach is first, he has a great job relating with the players. X's and O's, he is superb. And I think for him is he does a good job of being able to call plays on the fly.
Wade can't hit.
Look, he's doing everything he can to get out of this funk. Just been a rough quarter shooting the basketball.
Johnson kicks to Pierce. Doesn't go that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. The adjustments of Doc Rivers, Smitty, you talked about, are what stand out to me. He'll switch who initiates the offense if he feels there is a mismatch to be taken advantage of in a heartbeat.
I think he has a great feel for the game, and he can see plays develop and also on the fly change up the offense, change up the defense, and after timeouts, he's one of the best in the business.
And now, running up the court, Pierce pushing it up 13 feet away. Again, Pierce missing. Into the Bulls, shooting just 34% from the floor. Wade kicks to Gibson. And the officials call a traveling violation. So both teams making some changes here. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Spates sets a screen. There's Crawford with the three. Headshot off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Clippers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
We can't do it on our own. You got to play together. You got to share together. All right? It's simple basketball.
Always preaching teamwork. Doc Rivers laying it down for his team moments ago in their huddle.
Yeah, I think he sees where certain individuals are kind of taking it upon themselves, and that's not helping right now.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. So for Chicago right now, Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Butler and Snell are the wingmen. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. 6 to shoot. Crawford kicks to Jordan. And Bahamute the pass to Felton. Misses the three. Now here's Butler. To the left wing. Outside Rondo. Here's Mirotić. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 14 points for Nikola Mirotić. The Clippers trail. Crawford outside. Floats one. And the layup is good.
You love seeing Crawford go with the floater. Such a tough shot to guard if you're the defense.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Butler against Redick. Here's Lopez. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Bulls lead by 1. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
The offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And DeAndre showing off yet again why he's one of the best rebounders in the league. If you don't box him out, he'll destroy you.
Now here's Rondo. Lopez outside. Redick against Butler. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
When you think of the best as far as two-way players, Jimmy Butler is one of the first names that comes to mind. Great blend of offense and defense. Gives you effort on both sides of the ball every night.
And for Butler, his effort is something that never comes into question, Steve. He is a competitor.
You have guys that compete on the offensive end, but when you love a guy that does it at the same type rate on the defensive end, he's a two-way player, but one of the best we've seen.
Griffin's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Raymond Felton. Wade, he's checked in for Chicago. And so Butler nails both of them. And for Jimmy Butler, for a player with his skill set, he sure heard his name floated around a lot in the rumor mill, Steve. Interesting to see a team want to trade someone with his talent.
Yeah, you do, because of some of the disagreements he's had with his coaching staff. But, bottom line, Jimmy Butler is an all-star, a guy that's one of the best two-way players in the game. You're not going to trade him for just nothing, so I don't see him going anywhere.
And they pick up 2. 12 points for Wade.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Rondo's shot is good.
What passion from Rondo on that drive, just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
Ball outside. He kicks it to Griffin. Here's Redick. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Wade has the open look. Another one falls for Chicago.
I don't know what coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Paul kicks to Griffin. And stolen by Mirotic. Wade outside. And Mbamute against Butler. Back to Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 5-point Bulls lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Griffin a screen on Rondo. Paul dishes to Griffin. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. No good on the free throw. That's off as well, so he misses both. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic. And Redick kicks to Paul. Back to Redick. Now Paul. Outside Griffin. Shot from the wing. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 5. The pass to Rondo. Lopez outside. Dishes it to Butler. From 11 feet away. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
He has really embraced his role as a leader on this squad. Jimmy Butler has a defensive mindset, but also the leadership is starting to play into it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Nice job at the line to expand the lead.
Ball against Rondo. Ball passes to Griffin. Another miss by Griffin. The Bulls have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the 4th. A perfect 6 for 6. A minute 20 left in the 4th. Clock at 6. The baseline J. The second effort. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That free throw good from Lopez.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 10. 1:12 left here in the fourth quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, fellas, I know you're tired, but you can't coast now. You've got to go harder. This game is in sight. We got to power through and get it. Words from a champion. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Paul. Jordan the screen. Outside Griffin. Gibson with the steal.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Bulls.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Mirotic.
You can see he's a one-of-a-kind talent when he puts on a performance like this. He influenced every area of this game. On defense, he was a thorn in their side all night. On offense, he was a weapon. That's getting the job done.
And he's good on the second. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Rondo. Lopez a screen. Butler dishes to Lopez.
When Lopez starts going to work on you, sometimes fouling is your only option.
Shooting for Chicago, Robin Lopez, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Second free throw, no good. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
And focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
When it comes to contested jump shots, Jamal Crawford is simply one of the best at sinking them.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Grant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Grant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Right time to start playing the best basketball that you can play. They are making everything right now.
Here's Crawford. Felicio with the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot.
Grant with the ball. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Dwayne, you really got on the glass tonight. How did that happen?
Yeah, Coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
Well, you helped him in a big way, Dwayne. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Mirotic.
As good as he was tonight, he had those fans thinking, who is this guy? Who he play for? This guy came off the bench on the road and proceeds to tear them apart. A coach never counts on that kind of contribution from the bench, but he loves it when he gets it. You sure this guy needs to be coming off the bench, coach?
You talk about a dominant shooting performance. He had defenders draped all over him, and he never looked flustered, and he never looked confused, and his confidence was never shaky.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.